on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. We are good to go. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm going to muster up all the energy I have left. I have one more coaching call at 10:30. So your girl is trying to keep as much energy alive, but it's very important that I help my tribe. So if this is your first time watching, my name is Genesis Dorsey. I'm passionate about two things in particular. The first thing is that I am passionate about helping people win in life. I love God's word and I love to teach God's word. And so it's always an enjoyment to encourage people. So I love to encourage people. The second thing is that I am a huge lover of business. I love to help people win in life, but I really also love to help people win in business. And so I'm not an expert about everything. You can't really be a jack of all trades, but I am passionate about helping people build their platforms. And there is a P3 system that I am so excited to introduce you guys to that I've been teaching on, but it's finally coming together. And what I help people do is basically help them build their platforms, help them to attract their people, which is their tribe. I help them to enlarge their platforms through strategies. And then ultimately, I help them to do what? Make a profit. Yeah, because profit is really important. There's no sense in building a platform and you're not focusing on being profitable. And so this is also about helping you to become profitable. So this is the P3 system, and we're going to be focusing on something really amazing and really special. Number one, if you're not a member of my P3 University tribe, this is a brand new tribe. It is within the Genesis Dorsey brand, but this is specifically for those who want to learn how to build their platform. This upcoming university is going to be just for you. I'm so excited about it. And this tonight's class is going to be just a preview, a taste of the kinds of teachings that you will get within P3 University. Okay. So tonight, what are we talking about? Well, we're going to be talking about tonight on how you can focus on having a signature offer. This particular class tonight is going to be great for those who are coaches, speakers, authors, really primarily service-based businesses who really need to learn how to craft that signature offer. The kind of offers that we're also going to be talking about can range in different value price points. So in other words, you can have, this could be for a $2,500, $7,500 offer. This can be for a $49 offer. But we're going to be going through three specific things that all start with the S word, okay? Three specific things that I believe are going to help you within your business. Now, while we're in the class, because we're going to teach this like we're actually in the class. And when you're in class, you may have questions, and I don't want to wait until the very end to answer your question. And so if you have a question, be sure to put it in the comment section. Even if you're watching the replay, do the same thing. Put the question in the comment area because I will be able to get to you. Now, here is the other thing. You should probably be taking notes. I have a lot of tribe members who have, and I have a couple binders around here, who have basically they've bought a Gigi binder. And I've actually gotten inboxes from people who are like, hey, I just wanted to show you my Gigi binder. And so basically what a Gigi binder is basically it is a collection of notes that you've gathered for your business or for your ministry, whatever it may be for your brand. So be sure to take notes. You definitely want to take notes. This is a free class. Like treat this like this is a real class. So let's talk about signature offers. The first thing I want to talk about before we get to systems, a signature service, and a sales funnel, is that we want to really make sure that you actually have a signature offer. A lot of people who are looking to build their communities, their tribes, their platforms, you don't really have a signature offer. You just have a lot of stuff, and you sell so many different things. Like you sell so many different things. And I'm all about diversification when it comes to products and services, but it can be very confusing for someone where there isn't like that signature thing that you sell. A perfect example is many of us can think about, let's think about Chick-fil-A, for instance. If I asked you what is their signature product is a chicken sandwich. There's no getting around that. Now they have the kale salads, they have the milkshakes, they have the waffle fries, they have what else? The spicy chicken sandwich, they have the chicken tenders, they have the chicken minis, okay? But what is the main product? What's the main product? That chicken sandwich. If I asked you about, let's pick another one, and you may say, well, I'm more like an IKEA. Well, no, you're not, because most people start out, they're not IKEA. You don't have a million products and services. You don't have this big brand yet, okay? We're talking about when you're first launching out small, you need to have some signature products, okay? You're not Cheesecake Factory yet, okay? You need to have signature products. So it's funny when I think about brands, for example, when I think about brands like, give me another one. Trying to think of something that I really, really like. What's a brand that you really, really like? I mean, I like a lot of brands, but what's the brand you really like? St. John. I love St. John. I love St. John. St. John's one of my favorite clothing brands, and they're very well known for their knits suits. I mean, if you have a grandmother who's a classy grandmother, you know, she's really real classy, then you know that she probably has a St. John suit somewhere, and it's going to be that knit, that tweed kind of look. You know, it's kind of that signature, like, oh, that's a St. John. You know, and so when you think about different brands that you really like, I promise you, hey guys, hey Chelsea, there's going to be a signature product that really launched them forward. Every great brand had a signature product that catapulted them to success. When we look at Apple, they had that Apple computer, then they had the iPod, and these products became, yes, they had other products, but these became signature products that catapulted them to success. So one of the things that we want to focus on in our business tonight, this is a class, so let's not treat this like this is just another live that you're scrolling across and people are just like, oh yeah, this is something for me to watch. Oh, hey, wait, hold on. Someone I really know is on YouTube. Hey, Alicia. But this is crazy. We want to learn on how to have signature products, okay? You do not want to become that person that never really has a signature product, never really has that. This is really what we're known for, right? So we're gonna first talk about getting our stuff in order. Yeah, you got to get yourself in order. You got to organize your business, because especially as we go into 2019, this is not the time to be a jack of all trades. I know that some people brag about it, but in tonight's class, we're going to learn how to really craft a signature offer, something that becomes the staple of your brand. So if you're taking notes during tonight's class, I'm going to be doing a couple things just to really bring you in. Hey guys, really just to bring you in. I'm going to treat this thing like it's a real class. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a roll call, because we're in class tonight. Yeah. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to tell me where you're from and what kind of business you have. You never know who's watching it. You never know who may want to reach out to you. So this is roll call. So if you're watching this live, be sure to shout yourself out. Why? Because we're proud business owners. We love what we do. We're proud of what we do. We believe that what we do saves lives. Literally, we believe that whatever we're putting out, whether it's jewelry, a necklace, grass cutting, whether we're lawyers, whether we're attorneys, which is the same thing, whether we are hairstylists, coaches, consultants, authors, we believe in our brand, and we're never silent about what we do. So be sure right now, be sure to tell us what is it you do. If you don't have something yet, just say, hey, I'm a future entrepreneur looking to do something. I'm just excited to be here. So be sure. So we have Angel who's checking in with us today, and she is a restaurant owner / caterer. I love her food. Her food, y'all, I will not be skinny if her food is good. We had her as our private chef at the Haven, which is a getaway that we have every year. Tiffany Gillespie and I, who is a fellow business coach, and y'all, having her as a private chef, like every day you wake up and it's like good food, like, you know, not like regular food, but it's like good food all the time. Like, how do I lose weight? Okay, we have Nakira Shepherd. She is from New York City. She's a transformational speaker. Shout out to you, Nakira. Thank you for checking in on YouTube. We have another YouTuber, the Trendy Savings Channel. She is an author, blogger, speaker, and couponing coach. I knew something. I knew something. It's going to be something about finances because I saw the Trendy Savings. Okay, then we have Erica Townsend. She is LA Townsend. She is a resilience coach from Detroit. We have Chelsea. Here we go. Natural hair care line. And listen, and a unit maker. Now, y'all know Y'all know the industry for natural hair care. Listen, this woman right here is about to crush some stuff, okay? So shout out to Chelsea. She is based in my same state, Delaware. Shout out to Delaware. Again, guys, we're checking in. Do not be shy to check in. We have Mia Pittman, okay? She's from Blakely, Georgia. She's a certified life coach, speaker, and she also has affirmation teas and journals. Girl, you better speak life. Chanel, hey, girl. Hey, hey, hey. She's a blogger. Okay, that's her main focus. And she's also a busy mom, wife, and woman who who's finding her way back to the path. Okay, we have Miss Lindsay. Okay, she's a publicist, PR expert, and she's from St. Louis, and she's someone I know personally, and so she is great at what she does. We have Monica Bundy, who's a lifestyle strategist who teaches busy professionals how to develop healthier habits so that they can live stress-free and live more, because making a living isn't the same as making a life. Shout out. Oh, look, all the people shouted out. Hey, y'all. Alicia, listen, y'all. Listen. If you need a lawyer, not just a family lawyer, but you also need someone to take care of your business law, she's on my YouTube right now. But guys, go to Kinchlow Law, KINCHLOELAW.com. Check it out. From Philly, but listen, if you're ready to get your business affairs in order, because as a matter of fact, I just had a client tonight, and she finally got her trademark approved, but it was hell. Get a lawyer. Get Alicia, okay? She will take care of you, and she will get your stuff in order, because you need to protect your stuff, okay? So let's keep on going. Make sure I got everybody. We got Miss L. She is from Chicago, and she's a future business owner. Hey, girl, we have Sandra from Atlanta, Georgia. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing on tonight? We're in class. We're doing our check-in. We're about to be done. Latera Wise, she's a life coach, author, and podcast host and speaker based in Salisbury, Maryland. I actually just talked to my friend who's from Salisbury, Rob Fuchs. He is a expert hairstylist. It's amazing. Okay, Marie Baptiste is from New York City. She's a certified makeup artist, and she makes and sells natural skincare products. And of course, Latera, she is also known as the Overcomers Coach. So guys, I pray. And guys, again, the reason why you may not be able to see some people checking in is because of the fact that we are on 3 different platforms. Okay, so of course, there's Alicia, law firm owner. I just like the fact that you know people who they're not just lawyers, they own law firms. Those kind of people you gotta be around. Goods to people. Okay, good people. Okay, Shakira. Okay, y'all, I'm almost done. Shakira, oh, does it keep on pausing? I'm sorry, Instagram. Y'all, Instagram's getting the short end of the stick. Oh, I'm so sorry. Is it pausing, Crystal? Hopefully it's not, because we're doing good on other platforms. So, oh, Shakira, she is the lifestyle blogger and worship leaders and future stylist. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. So, guys, yeah, we are live on all 3 platforms. So that's why you can't see other people. We have Instagram tuning in, we have Facebook tuning in, and we have YouTube. I just want to make sure I'm covering all the platforms. So, guys, hey. Welcome. We've done our live roll call. Let's get into class. Are y'all ready? Do you have your notepads, your pens? Are you ready to dive into this? Now, remember, if you are here watching on Facebook, you have the biggest job to do out of all of us, and that is we need you to share. Oh, Instagram, I think, is about to go out. We need you guys to share. This is a free class where people are getting free knowledge. And if you know someone who's a business coach, someone who needs a business coach, or someone who's looking to get coaching for free, this video right here is it. So be sure to do what? Share. There's someone who's watching this who's going to need the same advice and knowledge that you're getting for the free 99. So be a really nice person and share this to an entrepreneur who's probably struggling, and they really need to learn how to get their business in order so that they can have what? A signature offer. So tonight we're talking about signature offers. Again, this is going to be really great for those of you who are in what? A service-based business. So let's get ready to do this. The first thing we're going to talk about is what? Getting my stuff in order. So you can just write down the top, I need to get my stuff in order. Just write that. I need to get my stuff in order. Now let's go into I need to get my stuff in order. When you look at your business and what you do, right? I know a lot of times it can be really easy, and, especially as a creative, to say, oh, you know what? I feel like I'm good at this. And I also feel like I'm good at this. And then I also feel like I'm good at this. And then by the time you get done, you have a whole bunch of stuff that you're good at, right? And while that is so phenomenal and awesome, guess what? We already know that we cannot be a jack of all trades. We really have to learn how to find that sweet spot. And so one thing that you want to figure out is, what what is your sweet spot? Some of you guys already know what your sweet spot is, and that is awesome. You know, like for instance, Chelsea, she knows, listen, natural hair care, and I will be making units. So she already knows where her focus is, and that's going to make her business a lot easier, right, to build, because it's not like she's like, well, I can do this and I can do that, I can do that. You want to find that focus, right? But however, within finding your focus, within knowing what is it you want to do, the next thing is I've got to know how to be even more detailed in what I do. Because let's say I'm someone who is an inspirational speaker, right? I can speak about a lot of things about inspiration, but in order for me to stick out, I've got to find what a sweet spot. So you've got to know what is your sweet spot. You may want to write that. You may want to write that down. What is my sweet spot? What is that one area that I can become well known for? Not to say that you can't expand, but what is it that you first want to become known for? For me, it started in graphics, right? And that was the thing that I became well known for was graphics. And that's actually what helped build the majority of my business. And then from there, I kind of hip hopped to the hip, the hoppy to the hip, hip hop, you don't stop the boogie to the bang bang. That was me though, for real. I was like hop, hop, bang, bang, boom, boom. Like I was just bouncing walls. But it was one of those things where I was still trying to figure out, who I was. And, I was very, very young. As I'm young now, but I was even more young back then. And I was really trying to figure out my space. But I did start in a niche area, and I knew who I was designing for. And I knew who my clientele was. But if you're someone who doesn't know those things, the first thing you want to figure out is, again, what is my sweet spot? What is it that I want to first become known for? Okay. What is it that I first want to become known for? Guys, am I freezing across all platforms? Because it's saying that I'm freezing on all platforms. I'm getting really nervous. So let me know if I am freezing, because this is not, I'm getting nervous. I don't want to get into this flow and then I start freezing. So guys, let me know if I'm freezing, so that we do not get this show started and I'm freezing, because I become so nervous. So let me know before I go in. Okay, good. Ooh, okay, my heart got. Ooh. So make sure it's y'all's and not mine. Okay, so let's get going. So within me knowing my sweet spot, okay, I then have to create the right system. Before I even create my signature offer, I have to first know what is the system in which I want to get people. And so, for instance, when it comes to pitching, again, putting out these different services and different needs, you have to make sure that before you even put anything out, that you have a good system in place. Now, let's first talk about systems. I do not want to get too detailed in this video, because I can spend a whole video talking about systems. So I'm just going to do a quick overview of what we should be expecting. And so this is probably the best question to ask. If tomorrow, let's say 50 clients showed up in your inbox, would you be able to handle those 50 people? And if so, how could you make it easier to handle overflow? If you've already had, let's say you already have 50 clients in a day, well, let's bump it up to 100. And then if you already had 100, let's bump it up to 1,000 or 500 or 250, whatever the number is. How would you handle them? A lot of times we are building businesses for one client because you haven't even gotten one client, or you're building them for 10 clients. But actually, if you want to get your systems in order, you need to really think about, what do I need if I blew up tomorrow? Now, here's the thing though, with me quickly saying that, I don't want you to go out and buy $1,000 systems, okay? Because that's not smart. But what I am saying is that, for instance, if someone wanted to close on a deal today, would it be easy to get in contact with you? Do you have a business phone number? Do you have an easy and accessible email address? Do you have it set up to where when a client comes through a pipeline, you've already gotten their information some kind of way? So let's go over some basics. Now, you may already know this kind of information. If so, awesome. And also too, if you already know this kind of information, be sure to share tips that maybe you have gained. I don't know everything. There could be 50 new tools that drop today that I may not even know everything about. But if you have tips, be sure to drop them in the comment area, because you may be able to help somebody else. So for my newbie business owners, okay, you want to make sure that if you do not have a website, at least you can have a LinkedIn. You can also have an about.me page. That's really great, where you can have a way where people can contact you. You can use a blog platform. Of course, you want to get a website eventually, but you want to have a way where people can easily learn about your expertise. This is big. You want people to see you as an expert of some kind. Now, you may say, well, I'm not an expert. I'm just a business owner. Well, if you believe that you're an expert, then you really should not be a business owner. All right. Maybe that passed through some people's heads, but for real. Okay. If you don't believe that you're the best at what you do, you shouldn't be doing it. Okay. Now you may say, well, I'm good, but I'm not as good as they are. I'm not as good as they are. No one was asking you to be as good as somebody else. We just need you to be your best. That's all. That's all I'm asking you to do. I'm not asking you to be someone else. I'm not asking you to be like someone else, to do what someone else does. Can you just be the best for you? That's all that your tribe is asking for. No one is asking you, no one walks into McDonald's and says, hey, can you make a burger like Burger King? No, they're walking into McDonald's because of what? They want McDonald's. When people walk into when they walk into your website, your social media, whatever it is, they're coming for you. Don't give them someone else. Do not do them the displeasure of giving them someone else. Do them the pleasure of being you and being the best you that you can be. Y'all got that? So we want to make sure that we have a way to receive information, first and last names. You definitely want a phone number, and you definitely, of course, want an email address. Okay, we want those three things. You want to have what? An email address, a phone number, what? Duh, their first and last name. But then guess what? Also, you're going to want to need. You're going to also want to need some information. Before you get on the phone or email someone, the biggest thing that you want to know is information. You want to know, what is it that you need? Okay. That's very important. So important. But again, that's majorly for what? Service-based. If I'm retail, then a lot of times they're going to go to your website already. But again, if you're someone who wants to get sales all the time, listen, have them also be able to call a phone number where they can place an order just in case they want that. So again, we want to have our systems in place to collect sales. I don't just want it to be where, hey, shoot me an email. No, shoot me an email. Here's my phone number. Here's my business line. You can call or text to place an order. You want to have as many streams open for sales. Okay. We want to make sure that we have all the doors open for that. But the other thing, though, too, is that here's the next thing. After I know my systems, I need to have a signature offer or a signature service. So let's talk about your signature offer or your signature service, okay? When it comes to having a signature offer or a signature service, it can be built different ways. So let's talk about the different ways a signature offer can be built. It can be a singular signature product or offer. It can be a bundled, you may want to write these down. So signature, single, it can be a single thing. It can be a bundled idea or a package. So like for the holidays, for instance, you may not sell one book, you may sell all three. You may not sell one outfit. Maybe you put them all together as like a holiday collection, right? So there's different ways to sell your products. It also may be one of those offers where they get one, they get something else, right? Like buy one, buy X, get Y, right? So there's different ways to create a signature offer. But guess what? Listen to me. You need one. You need one. Why? Because every great business has become known for a particular product or service. Tell me one company you know that they became famous off of several things. A lot of times they became successful off of one thing, that got successful, then they came up with another thing, and then that got successful, and then it kept on going from there. The point is that when you think about, for instance, I'll take a perfect example. Kim Kardashian's father, for instance, right? Kim Kardashian's father. He was a great attorney, great lawyer, but a lot of people knew him because of the O.J. Simpson case. Like, people knew him because of O.J. Simpson. Like, I had no clue who this man was. And I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, he's from the O.J. Simpson case. Yeah, that was him, right? Jim Jones, we don't know. He could have been making orange juice one day. Maybe one day he was making a lemonade. But what did that man become known for? Kool-Aid. And what is this thing that we all say, don't drink the Kool-Aid? That became Jim Jones. Like, and you may think this is funny, but it's the truth, right? It's a signature, something signature that people have done that has made them who they are and that has braided them. So again, we want to make sure that you have what? You need to have some Kool-Aid. You have to have an OJ, okay? You got to have, well, you don't necessarily want an OJ, okay? But y'all know what I'm trying to say, right? But the point is that you want something that you become well known for. So when it comes to your signature service, you've got to think about what is the best thing that you do. Out of everything that you do, out of everything that you make, out of everything that you sell, what is that one thing that you really believe, like, this is it? Now, a lot of times you may have to test this actually within your market or with your customers to kind of know what is that one thing that they really love. And remember, we're not saying that you don't talk about your other products, but you want to have that core product or service that people become well known for. When you are a coach or a consultant, this is really big. This is really, 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 really big. I know it's easy to go out here, do courses, online things, right? Do like all these different things. I've been there. I've done it. But at the end of the day, you want to have something that you can stand by and say, hey, if you are someone who's just coming into my tribe, this is the thing that everyone goes through. This is the thing that I highly suggest. This is the #1 course. This is the #1 platform or program that I have, right? This is the #1 bundle that everyone purchases, right? You want to have that thing that you can point people to instead of saying, well, guys, here's 50 things, go have fun. Right? You want to have that one thing that you point them to. So as we're talking about this one thing, as we're talking about this signature service, okay, here's the first question that you really need to ask yourself. What is the very first thing that I want people to learn when it comes to my area of expertise? Now, if you are an educator that fits, but let's switch over now to retail, or let's say you're selling products, okay? For someone, now this is big, for someone who's coming to my business, coming to the retail side of my business, and I know that this is a company that I have made to serve this particular industry, what is something that probably the majority of my tribe members are struggling with? And then can I create a starter kit or starter bundle or starter collection that really becomes the core of my business, right? So you want to begin thinking about that. And it doesn't have to be extravagant, okay? Not to be extravagant, but it needs to become that thing. For me, I think about boyfriend jeans a lot. And there was actually a pair of jeans that I got from American Eagle. American Eagle makes some good jeans. Okay, I don't listen. I never worn them in my teenage years, but they still make some good adult jeans. Okay, but anyway, I remember though when I was in middle school and I bought these jeans from American Eagle, and it was funny because those were some good jeans. It was funny because as I got older, I would meet other people and I was like, "Is that American Eagle?" They're like, "Yeah." I was like, "They make some good jeans, don't they?" They're like, "Yeah, they sure do." And I was thinking it was hilarious because even after middle school, there were adults. And as a matter of fact, I was actually at the mall this past weekend. And I went online actually yesterday, and I'm actually added a few to my cart. I'm going to go to the store and try them on though before I don't know how that's going to work. Because if I go in the store and buy them, I don't need to buy them from my cart. Anyway, put it from my mind. But the point is that after a while, you get to kind of know brands by these signature things, and you really fall in love for them for that reason. So I want you as a retail-based business, if you are retail, to start thinking about what is your signature offer, your signature package that you're going to offer people. That needs to become your everyday language. This is really big. It's the other part about it. Once I've hit my signature offer, I've got to talk about it a lot. I've got to really build campaigns around it a lot, where this becomes the fiber, the core fiber of what we do. Now, I'm not saying that this becomes your identity, because you never want a product to become your identity. Remember that products change, but your business will remain the same. I'm going to say that again. Your products may change, but your business, what it stands for, what you're looking to do, and how you look to fill the marketplace will remain the same, right? Because if you think about it, we think about Apple, for instance. Apple has become more than the iPod, right? At that point in time, the iPod was really big, right? I mean, it was huge. But then guess what took its place? The phone. The iPhone has really become major. And of course, they have their new MacBook Pros. But what I'm trying to say is that the products are going to change. But who you are as a company will stay the same. So don't get bent up and think that, oh, Gigi is saying that I have to have this focused product and that's going to be it. Right? But you do have to think about what will be at the forefront. A lot of you struggle with picking something to be at the forefront, and I'm going to tell you why. Because all the things that you have been picking don't carry enough weight to lead the tribe, to lead the pack. You have to make sure that what you pick as the core product has enough weight to lead everything else. This is big. This is why a lot of times we're trying to take something that is not really heavy enough. Gigi, what do you mean by heavy enough? What I mean is it doesn't really represent all of who you are as a company. Okay, it doesn't really celebrate the genius of who you are as a genius, right? So we want to really think about what is it that I can put at the forefront. It may be a $49 product. It may be a $1,500 product. I know coaches who their core thing is a $1,500, online program. I know someone else where their signature product is a $2,500. I know someone else where their signature product is $49 or it's $100, right? We know that with Dave Ramsey, who I love using as an example because he is like my product junkie coach in my head. But Financial Peace University, right? It comes as a kit. That thing is $109, I believe, right now. And that has become the core of his business. Like, legitly, if you've heard of Dave Ramsey, you've heard of Financial Peace University. And that has become not, again, he has tons of other products, but that one thing is what blew that thing up. You have to be okay with going with one thing, y'all. You've got to be okay. You've got to be okay with picking something and putting all your eggs into that basket. You can still have some other eggs, but you got to put the majority of them in that so that you can build that thing up. Whatever you don't focus on will never build. Okay, so you're like, oh, well, I really want people to really invest in this program that I have. Well, if you have not made that the center of your attention, it'll never build up to become the main program that you offer or the number one customer product that you celebrate. You know, we say, oh, we want people to buy this particular product. This is the product that made our company. Well, if that's the product that made your company, are you feeding it the attention that it needs, building campaigns around it, sending it out to influencers? Are you really making that the core product? Are you sure? Or are you just playing around? So let's continue this signature service. Gigi, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you loud and clear, Gigi. But it's the holidays. I want to sell a whole bunch of other stuff. And now you're telling me I need to focus on something. I'm not sure. You know, I'm trying to get as many coins as I can get. So getting as many coins as you can get will prevent you from having a signature product. You can get a lot of coins with focus, okay? Scattered minds make scattered money. You may want to write that down. My mind will not be scattered, okay? Scattered minds make scattered money. I am learning in this season, and I've been learning it, but this season has become very special for me because this is a season where I'm executing it at a higher level, okay? You've got to make your signature offer enticing enough. Okay? A lot of times we're not really working on making that focus thing, right, good enough. Okay? So because you want to chase every bunny out here, the bunny that could bring you all of the resources and really become the cornerstone of your business, you're not putting enough time into. Now, we talk about how we want to be the next Steve Jobs. Well, if you ever watched the movies about Steve Jobs, he spent hours on one product in a garage. Meanwhile, you have 30 computers and you're talking about how I'm going to be the next Steve Jobs. It's not going to work. I've learned that. This office right here, if these walls could talk, they would tell you that she was once a woman who was a train wreck, hitting all these walls, and now she's become a much calmer individual who's still a little bit crazy. But, you know, and what I've learned is that I can't say I want to be the next Steve Jobs if I'm not focusing on building that one computer, you know? So when we talk about what are you well known for instance, I want to become well known for building platforms. And over the past several years, though, when I've asked me what am I well known for, it's been a mixed message, which actually is not good for my brand. But over the past several months, the more and more I've gotten focused on helping those in business build their platforms, now the reaction has been, oh yeah, she helps people build their platforms. Okay. Now, for those of you who are service-based, okay, for service-based, we're also going to talk about retail, but let's also talk about service-based. People may already know what you do, but you're not making money in that arena. This is the other thing I want to hit. This may go for retail too. People know what you do, but you aren't making enough money in that arena. So I want to teach you really quickly tonight how to make more money in that arena. Here's the first thing I want you to think about. Are you really selling to the right tribe? Are you really selling to the right people? Now, I'm going to use myself as an example, okay? And I'm going to say some things that I did wrong to prove to you maybe some things you need to do better for my own failures. I think it's the best way to say it instead of me using somebody else, I'm going to use myself. When it comes to selling to a tribe, one of the things that I have noticed from my own tribes, I'm using myself as an example, is that a lot of times the services that we're selling, we've become really successful. Some of you are just getting started, okay? But within your target market, you've got to really make sure, how should I say this, that you also understand target income. Because some of us, we already know our target income, but we've become so addicted to feeding the fish. And you've got to learn that feeding fish is great, but feeding fish does not sustain the business, right? So like I can have lower priced products, but if I'm going to really kind of skate, okay, even though business really never skate, but to kind of skate a lot more easier, okay, I may need to begin to really upgrade how I pitch what I do to my audiences, and also think about maybe in 2019, bringing my products and services into a whole different arena. I think for some of us, we really got to think about in 2019, introducing our products and services to a whole different demographic that we have not really fully tapped into that we know has our money. Okay, because signature offers need signature purchasers. Yes, they do. You have an amazing service. Well, you're going to need some amazing clients, right? So we want to make sure that we are, again, focusing on what? Matching those things up. So again, you may say, well, okay, my signature product is $49. But is it $49 because that is your sweet spot, or is it $49 because you don't want to charge high enough because your target market honestly is not really the target market you should be selling to? So in other words, you have to really prove, am I this low or this high because that's just what I wanted to do, or am I this low or this high because I'm just scared to not charge the actual correct price, right? So it's one of those things. The other thing too is you may need to really upgrade how people see your services. And again, this is one of those things where you have to kind of research and trial and error a little bit, talking to your demographic to really understand, again, the signature product. You know, if I'm coming out with a collection of things, and this is going to be my signature collection that I'm really focused on selling, and I'm going to spend a good year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years on this main collection that I'm doing. Again, I can have different pieces coming in and out, but I'm always going to have this one collection, right? Every store has like the classic collection that they sell. Like for instance, I love Brooks Brothers. I love them forevermore. They make some of my favorite dresses. I wear them so much. I wear them all the time. I also love Talbots. I know I'm like an older lady when it comes to my clothes, but I love Talbots and I love Brooks Brothers. And so they have signature pieces that I know no matter, like even when Brooks Brothers introduced the Red Fleece collection, which is more like a younger trendy version of like the classic Brooks Brothers look. Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter how many other collections they want to introduce. I know that my shirts that I've been buying for the past 5-6 years will always be there. I know that certain pants that I buy will always be there. I know that certain what are things that I buy? Ralph Lauren. Like there are certain things that will always be in their collection, no matter how many other things they introduce. They will always be there. And this is what we talk about signature products, right? Like the signature products, they will always be there. This is why we've got to make sure that we're taking care of what? The signature product. So hopefully you guys are getting notes from this so far. But again, we want to make sure that before I even get this stuff out to the public, I got to make sure my stuff is in order. I got to make sure my stuff is right. It has to be in order. It needs to be in order and it needs to be right. Okay, we're doing good. We're almost done. So on tonight, some of your homework, as we're going through this, I want to pause really quickly and give you some homework to jot on to the side when you're taking these notes. Remember that we talked about, we want to make sure that you have the systems in order. Okay, you want to make sure you have your systems in order. In other words, how are you going to pitch out to people for them to get in touch with you? Let's make sure that the contact information is on point. You can make a lot of money, okay, and not have all the bells and whistles that people tell you. Like I'm a website designer. I've been one for several years, not one anymore. But when I was building websites, I would tell people, you know, you don't have to wait until I get on this site for you to go out here and sell. You need to go out here and start selling, okay? They can call you, they can email you, okay? But again, make sure that there's a way for people to do what? Contact you. Next thing we talked about was knowing your sweet spot, knowing what is the core product or service or services or bundles that you really want to create, that it kind of becomes that signature collection, that signature product, service, or bundle that you want to have. Does it match if I want to become whatever it is you want me to become? So let's say, for instance, you offer a signature package that helps people to lose weight, right? Well, that means that your platform probably is what? A weight loss type of platform. So you got to really think about what is your core mission as a business, and then what will be the signature product that would solve the the void that you look to fill. Like, that's a great way to start with this. Okay, so let's think about it that way. Okay, so let's say, I sell makeup, and let's say, I'm someone who is, newbie into makeup, and I'm looking for something to get into. What would be the first set of products that you would suggest for someone who is new into makeup? Let's say I'm someone who is an expert at makeup, but I'm looking for some new products. What products would you suggest? You kind of want to already have those like together in your mind, so that you're not just out here like, well, look at the store, just go buy what you want. No, let's have some things to put into people's hands. Okay. The other thing though too is we want to make sure too that the pricing is right. Don't bleed yourself dry just trying to make sales. Your signature product, it needs to have stand by me pricing. In other words, this is it. This is what you got to invest for this. No, I'm not going lower. This is the classics. These are the core things that we have. Okay, now let's talk about your sales funnel. Funnels are important. They're so important. You want to make sure that once someone is educated on what you're selling, there's an easy way for them to come and get it. Okay, we want them to have an easy way to come and get it. Now, if you're selling an online-based product, one of the things I really suggest is having great descriptions and great copy. In other words, you want to really be able to tell and paint the story for this particular product or service that you are selling. You do not want to just put, it's a size large, it's this many inches, has this much hair, or, this is what comes, these are like the basic features. When you are selling a signature product or service, that those descriptions should be off the chain, off the roof. Okay. If you just have one particular product that you're really focused on selling, a landing page would probably be your best bet, where it's like a focus page where there's no other links. It's just focused on this particular product, and you are selling the features and the benefits. If you are an inspirational speaker, okay, that's a great thing. So if you are an inspirational speaker, one of the things that you want to make sure that you have are products, though. That's the only thing. When you're an inspirational speaker, of course, your pitching is more behind the scenes, right? So for yours, it would be, well, actually not really behind the scenes. Let me correct that. Yours would be where you would be pitching to other relationships that you have, right? Showcasing how you would be a great speaker at their events, right? So you would be doing a lot of behind the scenes pitching, as well as, I guess, really creating relationships to get speaking engagements. However, speakers, I really want to give you this advice. You should have books and resources for people to purchase, because as a speaker, you have to showcase your expertise. Because what I've learned as someone who now gets booked to speak, actually, I have some dates coming up, really excited about. People are booking you based on your knowledge, not based on the fact that you're saying that you are an inspirational speaker. And so this is the one thing why you have to showcase your expertise. Showcasing your expertise can be done through video content, but it also should be done through actual, as I like to say, stapled products and services. Like every expert or speaker should have a book that showcases their niche area of encouragement or expertise. So like if I'm an inspirational speaker, well, inspirational in what area? You can't be a generalized, like you can be, like people can book you to be an inspirational speaker. However, here's the thing about inspirational speakers. Every inspirational speaker is going to have a unique message, right? And you have to have a unique audience for your inspiration. So this is one of the things that I teach pastors and ministers when I work with them. And they're like, well, what's your mission? They're like, well, our mission is just to touch lives. And I'm like, well, that should be everybody's mission. Everybody should be touching lives. If you're not touching lives, everybody should be touching lives, right? So you don't want to have a generic mission. You want to think about who exactly am I inspiring? What is the story that I'm bringing to the table, right? As a speaker for me, right, I'm an inspirational speaker. I am. I'm a motivational speaker. So good. But what is the area that I'm an actual inspirational speaker in? For me, my expertise has always been on faith. Teaching people how to win by faith. Faith principles. Like that's the area. Faith. I'm not the expert in healing. I'm not the person on relationships. I'm not the person on emotional healing and well-being. Okay. I mean, this is what I find a lot of speakers, and it's not talking about this is not targeted at you, Nakir. I'm actually using what your question is as a great opener for people, because there's a lot of people who actually need to hear this, where you cannot call yourself just an inspirational speaker. Yes, that may be your title, but you've got to pick a focus, because when you pick a focus within inspirational speaking, you'll find your gems. You'll find your sweet spot. Okay, because people don't just book for inspiration. They're going to be booking for individual things and topics that they want to address. Okay, so hopefully you've got that. So if I were you, I would really think about having some products. If you already have products, then I would think about creating a signature offer. So as an inspirational speaker, what is your signature book or signature package that has a book, a workbook, and an online course? And maybe you create an online program. But one of the things I tell speakers is that if you do not have a passive product line built, you want to get on that as soon as possible. A lot of people want to blow up as speakers, but they have nothing that showcases their expertise. So then they wonder, well, why aren't people booking me? Well, because you haven't really solidified yourself yet as an expert. And that can be done very easily. You know, present your expertise in a way that people can pick it up. Okay, I have several books. This is the next book that's coming out. I hate the cover, y'all. I think we're going to change the cover. This is the proof for it. As you can see, this is not for resale. This is the next one I have. This is the sales workbook that I have coming out. I got this one. I got Boss Builder. I have Led to Lead. I have online courses. I have a YouTube channel. I have teaching I've been doing almost every week. Okay, I have one coming tomorrow. I have a blogs. I have so many things that prove my expertise, to the point where if someone says, okay, we're going to book her, they can say, okay, well, we're based on our expertise, we're going to book her on how to build platforms. We're going to book her on how to build communities, right? So hopefully that'll help you answer that question. Let's talk about the sales funnel so we can be done, because we're almost done. I want to get us out of here. This is not meant to be very long, okay? So let's talk about the sales funnel. This is actually a part of the S word that's in here, and this will be coming out on Black Friday. I also have some coaching programs coming out. So let's talk about the sales funnel. I think sales funnels are so important, but I believe that sales funnels can be defined in different ways, though. A lot of times we see sales funnels as, you know, where you have a website or a landing page, and you have, you know, where people often put their emails, and they create this, they get another email and another email like that. But for me, sales funnels can also be in different ways. In other words, it can be as simple where they're filling out just a contact form, and then that contact form gives you information to reach out to them, right? But technically, a funnel is going to have those several components, though. So it's not going to be one, it's going to have several components. One of the sales funnels I highly recommend for those who do sales is HubSpot. I have vouched for them forever, and I love them because they have a free version that is great to have, and you can embed it onto your website. And again, this is for more service-based service and really sales, really more like sales, where you have more of a simpler process where you just need you're going to need their information, you know, phone number, email, you know, some basic things. It's not like where you need a whole pipeline system, even though they can build out a sales pipeline. But I love HubSpot. I would also suggest using a CRM. It has a pipeline built in. For my photographers, freelancers, my favorite one that I've been using is Honeybook. Honeybook is really built for those in the freelancing world. Another one is and.co. That's a great one for freelancers. If you're more into other freelancers, also 17 Hats. I believe Basecamp is great. There's a lot of powerful CRMs. If you're more of a larger company, there's Infusionsoft, right? There is Infusionsoft actually is really powerful. There's also another one that's really powerful. I forgot the top of my head, but the point is that you want to begin researching systems where when people put in their contact information, it kind of takes you through their process. If I'm in retail or e-commerce, I don't actually need those kind of platforms. I would use actually like your online platforms, such as, for instance, for my e-commerce store, Shopify is mine. I have Shopify. There you go. Salesforce. That's what it was. Thank you, Jared. Salesforce is great. If you are e-commerce or retail, Shopify has an awesome, I just love Shopify. Shopify is very powerful, and you can incorporate other integrations to even expand, you know, how you reach your customers. So for me, for instance, I use Shopify, and then we have MailChimp. And then we also have a couple other platforms or integrations inside to get some more data. So like Google, why am I mind? It's freezing on tonight. Google Analytics. Oh my goodness. And these are ways for you to kind of really understand your customer base. But for me, Shopify actually becomes our CRM because we have a tie to MailChimp, which hosts, our email list, and we can see data on the emails and how much an email is worth within retail. So these are why, you kind of have to find your different systems, but you definitely want to find something where you can place your product on, okay? And then you can get information from customers as well as them to purchase. So let me kind of break this out because I feel like I may be a little bit hopping back and forth. We want to establish a system. We want to then present the product, okay? It should be well described. It should be selling them on what? Selling them on the solution, okay? And what they want to learn, what they want to know, what they want to purchase. And then we want to get them to either, if I'm in retail, we want to get them to click that button, okay? We wanted them to click that button, or if it's a sales funnel where you're pitching them and then you want to get that email and the phone number, then what's going to happen is once they read about it on a landing page or a website, they can put in their information and their information will get sent to you to then do what? To get on a private call to talk more about the opportunity, right? But what I'm saying is that we want to make sure either they're in retail and they're checking it out on the checkout page, or they are going to a landing page and giving you their information so that you can close that deal. The point is that whatever way you're going to go, you need to go. Okay. But we want to make sure too that we're crafting signature offers. A lot of people do not have signature offers. We want to make sure that we're having signature offers, whatever platform that you're building. For myself, for instance, I knew that over all of these years, y'all, I've had some, for instance, Let It Lead was my signature coaching program. But then I knew that I was shifting. So then what's coming out next is P3 University, which is going to be where I'm going to focus on helping people build their platforms. And so that's going to become my signature. That's going to become my signature focus because that's going to be what I'm going to put all the content behind, blog posts, everything. So that's why, it may be a sacrifice because you're like, I'm putting all my eggs in one basket. But remember, I have other things, I have books and all sorts of things, but I've got to build up that one thing. And I've become known for one thing, but now I want to take it to the other level. So that's what we're doing here. Okay, let's answer some questions. Do you use Shopify for your books or just for your apparel? So Gigi Taught Me is my separate company, which is my apparel and accessories company. That is Shopify, and Shopify has been really awesome. It's been my favorite platform. But for my GenesisDorsey.com, that is a WordPress site which uses WooCommerce, which is the WordPress version of Shopify. Technically, it's not owned by. My mind is like, my mind. WooCommerce is the company they created. I said, yes, WooCommerce, right? Yeah, WooCommerce is the company, and that's what I use for. It's a plugin, and that's what I use for my WordPress site. So that has my books. However, I also, because I'm the owner of Gigi Taught Me, I can also place my books on that website. So I also sell my books on that website because I own that store. So I place my books on there too. For me, Shopify is the #1 platform if you're focused on being retail based. However, I will say that I love payment plans, and especially for my higher price coaching programs that are like several thousand. And so I am entertaining the fact of doing payment plans, but I think I'm going to do them through commerce or through my online course system. I'm still kind of skating around the fact. We'll see. Okay, let's answer some questions since we're done. Class is done, guys. So if you, let me give you guys homework. I'm so sorry. I love to give out homework. Oh my gosh, give out homework. Okay, so what is your homework? Number 1, you got to figure out what is my system? How am I going to collect this information? Okay, now remember, in everything that we do, we must have what? Email lists. We do believe in email lists over here. So you want to make sure that you have an email list. What platform should I use for my email list? You guys know. MailChimp, MailerLite, ConvertKit. Those are 3 great platforms. ConvertKit is really great for more of consultants, coaches, gurus kind of thing. I think ConvertKit's really great for that, and bloggers. However, MailChimp and MailerLite those are my 2 favorite ones for overall. If you're e-commerce, do not use MailerLite. Actually, I like MailerLite. It has a lot of benefits right now for e-commerce, but MailChimp is like the #1. It is the #1 for e-commerce, in my opinion. It has the best integrations, and it, to me, provides the best data, in my opinion. Okay, so then the other homework I want you guys to do is I want you to make sure that you guys have your signature product or service or bundle, whatever way you're going to do it. I want to also make sure that as you're creating your product or service, signature product or service, make sure it has the right signature price. It needs to be a sweet spot. It needs to be where it's enough to feel like an investment, but not too much to feel like, you're kind of slamming people over the head with the price point. This is your signature product. It doesn't mean it's your most expensive. So, you remember, you can have other kinds of services and products. You can have other kinds, but we want to create the signature, like the first gift that you give people, like the first foot in the door. You want to have that, okay? So that's important. Then last but not least, you want to make sure that you have a way of building up that tribe, building up people, building up customers. So within your signature product or service, let's make sure that you're also getting focused. So for your homework, you really want to outline and look in your calendar. Let's just start looking at some things. We know that next week is Black Friday. Okay, there's going to be a Small Business Saturday. There's going to be Cyber Monday. Then we have we're going to December. Then we have the holidays. So with all of these different things, we want to make sure that we're not being scattered. I think that you can offer several products for sale for Black Friday and for the holidays, but also make sure you're offering your signature products. Okay, let's make sure that we're focusing on that signature product. You want to make sure that that signature product is in people's minds and in their heads, okay? What's the last thing for homework? You need to join P3 University. Now, right now, I'm just opening up the email list. There's nothing to pay for. It's completely free. But again, P3 University is the tribe that I am building, and that's going to be focused on building your platform. If you want to learn how to do those three things, build the platform, get the people, and create profit streams. This is big. This is specifically for those of you who want to learn how to do what? Build the platform. Build the platform that people will come to. Then what we want to do is we want to also get the people. Get the people. So once I know what I'm doing, got my stuff together, know my services, products, whatever it may be, then I want to get the people. Once I get the people, okay, then I have to do what? I have to monetize all of the products or services that I'm talking about. So these are the things that we're going to be focusing on. If you're interested, you can go to bit.ly/P3 launch. I'm going to put the link in my YouTube. There we go. And of course, it's here with my Facebook. You definitely want to sign up for that because that's going to be where I'm going to start sending out a lot of information on building your platform. And then we have a lot of people. I am going to be answering questions, but I just want to close out. Also, too, we have a big Instagram class coming up. I'm excited about this. This is a huge Instagram class that's coming up. We'll be opening it up to 100 people. I'm not opening it up to a lot of people just because of the fact that I like the idea of smaller classes, and we've been doing great with these past couple of classes we've been having. With the sales challenge, we had 200 students. With the private boot camp, we have 30 students. We have, how many? We have 12 live students, but then we have 30 total who did enroll. And so I like these smaller groups. I'm really liking them. So we're going to do 100 students for the Instagram. Those seats will open late tonight. Like when I say late, I mean more like 3 a.m. tomorrow. And then they will continue for the next 2 weeks. There will be several days that you can pick, and this will be all a part of P3 University. So get ready for those. Get your coin saved up, first of all. Get your coin saved up. The price of the class will be $97, and you're gonna make your money back. So don't even think about the price point. But it's $97, and it's gonna be probably one of the best investments that I definitely suggest. If you're not gonna invest in anything else, invest in this. So that will be coming up. So let me answer some questions. If you need to go and leave class, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you learned some things. Okay, but let's end with some questions. Is it wrong to put all your services and products on one site? No, but just make sure that they all make sense together. Like if I did real estate, I would not be selling popcorn and flip-flops on my real estate site. Does that make sense? They all need to flow together. This is the reason why I have different businesses. So I have GenesisDorsey.com, which focuses on winning in life and business. So it's more focused on like education-based, that kind of expertise. Then I have an online store called Gigi Taught Me, which is more focused on, and Jared said, no pink flip-flops. And then I have Gigi Taught Me, which is more of boss women, you know. But see, I can't do that on JenesisDorsey.com because I have a growing male base. Mine actually have, I think last time it was like 36% men. So it would not be cool for me to go on my platform and make it. That's actually one of the things that I did wrong. At first, I wanted my website to be all pink and green and orange and girly colors. And then I was like, wait, I have 36% men over here. So that's the reason why on my girly stuff and my girly, you know, t-shirts and stuff, all of that's on Gigi Taught Me. and I don't do them together. That's the reason why for me, as a creative, I've really had to learn how to focus and build different businesses, but you don't build them at the same time. You make one successfully, you move on to another. And when I say by successful, I don't mean where you made $100. I mean where you have the ability to go out here, popcorn and flip-flops. You know what would be hilarious though? You could write a book. Somebody's, listen, Alicia, maybe it's you, because I don't got time. Somebody needs to write a book called Popcorn and Flip-Flops. And what that book could be about is learning as a creative how to focus. Somebody go do it now, because I'm not gonna write the book. Somebody, come on. Somebody, whoever's gonna be the first person, let me know. That's actually a really, really good book title. I mean, it would attract somebody. You know what? Listen, I don't feel like writing a book. I really don't. But someone really needs to, where it's called Popcorn and Flip-Flops. And it's a book on how, as a creative, many creatives do not want to focus, and it prevents them from building successful businesses. Right? And again, that name alone will be such a hilarious name that it will really attract somebody. Listen, I don't got the time. That's a great Popcorn and Flip-Flops. Someone be like, wait, what is that book about? Read it. How, it has a great little subtitle, how to learn how to focus and not be out here, wearing flip-flops and selling popcorn. Anyway, but Nakira, the answer is that you want to make sure everything is focused. Okay. Alicia's like, we're going to do it. You go do it. Okay. Is learning to promote included. Do you mean in the Instagram class? In the Instagram class, we're going to be focusing on how to monetize using your Instagram. And it's going to include things such as signature services in your sales funnel within your Instagram. But again, sign up, join the link bit.ly/P3 launch so that you can get more information, because I have a whole layout. Listen, Jared already wrote the subtitle, Popcorn and Flip-Flops, the power of focused creative, or I guess the power of being a focused creative. Listen, he already wrote the subtitle. Somebody go out and take it. Okay, Jessica asks, how long did it take you to build your first website? And what do you recommend we use? You don't want to know how long it took me to build my first website. Jesus could have came back. How long did it take me to build my first website? Lazarus would have still been in his tomb. Okay, anyway, I'll come back. How long did it take me to build my first website? Forrest Gump would have still been running. Oh, God. Oh, Jared, Alicia said, she said that y'all could be called co-authors. Listen, you do the subtitles. Anyway, let me stop joking. My very first website was actually not for me. It was actually for our church. My parents, my dad, I always tell this story. You really got to find your lane. And my father, man, he was one of those men where, listen, if something needs to be done, if no one else will write it, then, no one else will do it. He'll do it. And it was hilarious because my father, to him, his favorite colors are the primary colors, yellow, blue, and red. And in his mind, he thinks that those three colors, as long as something has those three colors, it's amazing. But I don't think that those three colors should always go together. But see, that's what he always thought. So anyway, he designed the very first site was on something called iWeb. I'm not sure how many people remember this, or even Dreamweaver. Dreamweaver actually is still out in Adobe and popular. But anyway, iWeb. And iWeb was this website builder through Apple where you could build your website and you could build and host and everything. You can build it and be out there on the web. Of course, iWeb is now shut down, but iWeb was where my father built the first church site. And y'all, let me tell you something. It was a bright blue background, yellow text. Y'all listen to me. Blue background, not dark blue. I mean, where it was blue. It was blue. Not blue, it was blue. It was Fiji. It was like this blue. It was like this blue, y'all, with yellow. Think about this, with yellow text. He thought it was popping. And I looked at that thing and I said, Dad, I don't think people are going to come to the church. They're going to think that we colorblind. He got offended. But then I said, Dad, I think we can do something else. So we actually use Wix for our very first church site. However, since becoming a web designer and listen, I've had so much experience. My favorite two platforms, my favorite platform for newbies is Squarespace. I think that's going to be forever my favorite platform for newbies, just because of the fact that it offers, you know what? I like Wix. Just hold your tongue. Wix is a great platform, but not if you're a blogger. Don't you dare blog. If you're a blogger, don't you dare do a blog on Wix, because they don't allow any export options. They're savages with that. But I believe that Wix is really great if you're looking for, especially if you're not looking to have a store, because they rip you off with these store plugins. So if you're somebody who does not need to have a store, which I may find a little bit weird, but but again, like, not everyone needs a store. Like, my aunt is real estate; she doesn't need a store. Lawyers, they don't need a store, so, but it's one of those things where in my opinion, you want to find the best platform. I like Squarespace. After Squarespace, the biggest kahuna, of course, is WordPress. But for me as a newbie, I would highly suggest Squarespace. Yeah, I would highly suggest Squarespace. Okay. Let me see what else. Could you do a live on how to keep track of your money that is coming in and what is going out? What software would be best, if any? Thank you. Sorry, I laughed so loud. You want me to teach you on how to keep money? My parents would be laughing at that question right alone. You want Gigi to teach you how to save money? My accountant would be laughing. Okay. So one of the things that we are going to be doing is, let me just kind of tell you what I use personally. Now, for my personal money, I use, well, Jerry just mentioned it, I use Mint. Mint tracks all of my personal information. Now, QuickBooks is actually what I would highly suggest. If you're a business, let me stop joking. Let me actually answer the question, because I have used software. Let me act like I'm not stupid. QuickBooks is my favorite. I believe it's by Intuit. It's really great out the box. QuickBooks is really a great software to actually track. Now, another system that I really like is Wave. Wave is really, really good. I love Wave. I've suggested Wave for not just that, but also for payroll. I just love Wave. It's a great cloud accounting platform. It's cloud-based, so all you need is a website. But QuickBooks and Wave are great. QuickBooks, it will be traditionally like, like the small business software starting. It's kind of, there's also FreshBooks, but I've always been a QuickBooks, a QuickBooks fan. But I also love Wave. But I would highly suggest probably starting out, just use QuickBooks. They also have a it's really expensive, like $5 for those of you who are sole proprietors. They have a sole proprietor one's like $5 a month. Really great. It's also great and easy to do your taxes. But you definitely want to track everything coming in and going out. I'm just not the best person to do a class on that, just because of the fact that, y'all, I'm the expert on making money. Keeping it. Sorry, I just felt the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit just told me to tell you, she ain't the one to teach that. It's not, I don't want to put out this image that somehow I'm like this horrible person, but it's just the fact that, like, you have to know you have to know where you're good at. I'm good at making it, and then others help me to not spend it. And so what we will be having happen is that I have reached out to someone who is actually a financial expert, and they will be coming on as an official and ongoing coach. So let me kind of knock some great things that are happening over here on P3 University. So at P3 University, because remember, we focus on building those 3 Ps. One of the things I'm doing is I'm bringing on experts that are good at the stuff that I am not good at. And so we actually have Jarrett, who has been laughing about the popcorn and flip-flops. He is our copywriter, and he is someone who's like a copywriting expert. And he's actually launching a class for P3 University here during the winter time. And he's going to help us to become awesome copywriters for our businesses. And it's just going to be so phenomenal. He also has a heart, though, to work with those who are in ministry and pastors. So we actually have some different experts who are coming on as ongoing experts for y'all. Listen, to offer you guys the best wisdom. We also have business people who are experts in business management and project management who are coming on with online courses as well. So basically, the vision of P3 University is to begin to offer these courses and workshops and trainings online that any kingdom entrepreneur, honestly, whether or not you're Christian or not, you can take any of these courses or classes, because they aren't focused on religion, but you can take any of these courses and classes and learn how to grow your business. And I wanted to bring on experts who can teach the things that I just can't. Okay, I'm good with words, but not like that. Not like Jared. No. So I'm just excited. We also have, I can't try to find words, PR experts coming on to teach PR classes as well. So again, the things that I can't teach, they will be coming on to teach. I did get budgeting as a huge request. So guys, I have been hearing you. It is coming, and there will be people who will be bringing that expertise on. Okay, guys. So I think I answered all of the questions on tonight. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, if this has been a great video that has helped you, be sure to share this with someone. Again, be sure to sign up for, for P3 University. Give me a second, y'all. I just want to see something. Let's just see. I want to see something. Oh, we already have subscribers in P3 University. Look at those beans. So be sure to sign up, guys, for P3 University. I will be sending all the information in reference to the Instagram class coming up on this. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be sure to remember that Black Friday. Oh, yes. If you're having a problem with WordPress, you definitely want to take some online classes. I can do a video on that because guess what just came in? My ring light from my YouTube channel came in. So if you're on my YouTube channel, y'all, our content is about to go up to a whole other level. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. YouTube is about to become, listen, I'm going to be doing some YouTube videos. They're going to be like, Gigi, you need to space these things out. So I'm so excited because my ring light came in. I'm going to be testing it tonight. I may pass out while testing it. Hopefully those two things will happen at the same time while I'm recording and then I pass out. I'm so excited because I'm really, really investing in my YouTube channel. So I'm just so happy for all my YouTube subbies that are coming in. Yeah. So, oh yeah, I'm just getting an email. Oh, Jalissa, thank you for inboxing me about my, let me check that. Hold on, y'all. She was like, girl, do you know what your landing page looks like? Oh, y'all. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. If you're on my YouTube channel, please know that more information is coming. So I'm just really excited about that. And then last but not least, see y'all later. Bye, guys. See you later.